guys, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today I'm going to take you around on a little tour, little bit of the tour of the property and a bit of the tour of the equipment that we use. So you can see some of the things that we use around here to just maintain and take care of the property, and I'm going to take you around and show you some spots on the property that I just really like to go to and see, because it's just, you know, it's pretty cool. We got some caves and that kind of stuff. So they're calling for some rain here in a few minutes, and hopefully we can kind of get around the property before it rains too much and gets us wet. So stay tuned. So the first thing that I want to show you is the tractor. That's, I guess, really our main piece of equipment. This is a Kubota M6060, and it's got the LA 1154 loader on it. This is a utility size tractor, and with the loader on it, and I do have the rear tires loaded, it's about an 8,000 pound tractor, so it's up there, 63.5 horsepower, and but this is one of the main pieces of equipment that we use, because we, you know, power all of our implements, and of course we got attachments for the front, like loader forks, and I've got a grapple that I use on it. But as weather permitting, I may do a video more in detail on all of this stuff. But this is the grapple. This is actually made by a company called MTL. This is their X series, and it just has a skid steer quick attach. This thing is a beast. I mean, it weighs 850 pounds. You may not be able to tell it so much here on the camera, but I mean, this steel is a 1/2 inch thick, and every bit of it is made with that big heavy 1/2 inch thick steel. I mean, this thing is heavy. I figured that it would be pretty much indestructible, but I actually have bent this grapple. This is our King Cutter rotary cutter. It's a 6-foot rotary cutter, and I actually originally got this to go with my old tractor, which was a 40 horsepower, and this Bush Hog is actually rated for 65. It's got a 65 horsepower gearbox on it. So even though I went to a bigger tractor, then this Bush Hog still should be fine, because my new tractor's 63 horsepower. So, but we use this a lot. It's probably one of the most used things on the property. That, I mean, that's an implement that goes on the back. Stuff on the front, I mean, the grapple gets used a lot, pallet forks gets used a lot, bale spears get used a lot. But as far as what's on the back, the rotary cutter definitely gets a lot of use. Our next thing over here is, this is actually Everything Attachments 6-foot box blade. Again, this one was bought with for my old tractor in mind, and I think this one, they say, is rated up to 45 horsepower 4-wheel drive tractor. But actually, on my tractor, I use it in 2-wheel drive most of the time, to try to make sure that I just don't damage the box blade. I've actually broke one of the teeth off on one of the rippers, and it actually just broke this tooth off, which actually I think they're made to kind of break away, because they've got like a little indentation on them, and they're welded on, and that thing just popped right off there. And all this part is still good. Like the only thing it done was rip the tooth off. So I mean, it's just a matter of either replacing the whole thing or putting the tooth back on, welding it or whatever. But it didn't hurt the box blade at all. I hooked that thing on a root, and the tractor didn't give, and the only thing that could give was that tooth right there. So anyways, though, we use it a lot to take care of the driveway, and it's been great. This is the front bucket for the Kubota. I'm not sure what the cubic feet is of it, but I know it's 72 inches wide, but I'm not sure what the volume is of it. It gets used a lot too, but it seems like everything around here, you're always doing something. Whether you got attachments on the tractor and trying to do something for the horses, or maintenance on the driveway, or cutting firewood, you're always doing something. And then of course we got a bell spear, and all these have the skid steer quick attach. So that's just a few of the pieces that we use around here. I'm going to jump on the RZR and kind of run around the farm and take you to a few places that I really like to go to, and let you check those out, hopefully before it starts raining, because it's moving in, it's getting close. I'm just kidding. We're doing like 5 miles an hour. This area right here is steep. I'll walk over here to the edge. I mean, this valley down in here, this is steep down in here, and look at the rock cliff over here on the other side. And it's not that far across from where I'm standing to that rock cliff. It's just that it's so steep down into the valley. Maybe kind of hard to tell, but it's deep down in there. But it's pretty cool. There's rock cliffs all over the place around here. Take another walk. This is actually one of my favorite parts. It's a little tough to get into. Alright. So, this is one of my favorite parts of the property right here. We've got a nice little stream area coming down through here, and it's all rock down through here, and it gets down. It's got a nice little waterfall, and we've got this huge cave. Maybe sometime I'll try to get down in there to the bottom and actually kind of go in there, but it is so steep around the edges of this that I've never made it down there. So maybe I can get some ropes one day and try to tie them off. That way I can get back out whenever I go in there. But this is a deep valley down in here. I mean, look at the rock cliff and stuff around the other side. And then the cave, I mean, that's probably, I don't know, that's probably 30, 40 feet tall right there. One thing too we got to watch out for, you know, it's that tree straight across over there. That tree is deader than a doornail and all rotted out down at the bottom. And that thing it's got woodpecker holes in it. Man, that thing could go at any time. That thing's just hanging on the edge of the cliff. But anyways, I kind of wanted to share this because this is a really cool place right here. In fact, as I'm talking, I can hear my voice echoing in that cave. It's so cool. And does anybody know what causes these round holes on solid rock? But there are places like right here. There's a little round water hole Right here, there's like a perfectly round circle. And what in the world causes that? Does anybody know that? If you do, comment and let me know. Look what else I found. I've never seen this one before. So on to the next place. We're going to run out. Well, we've got to go back to the other end of the property and then back around and out to the far end, and I'll show you another place that I like. Alright, so one of my next favorite places is actually the pond. It was a stock pond, and when they had cattle and stuff out here, then they just had it for a watering hole for the cattle and stuff, and the horses too. They had horses out here too, but we don't use it for that yet. As far as like watering the horses, yeah, if the horses are out in this part of the field, then they can drink from it, but most of the time we keep them out of here because this is our hay field, and we don't want the horses trampling this down and making it into a horse pasture. So this right here is one of our other places, and this is right out on top of the ridge. Like, this is the highest point that pretty much that we have, and it's just an overlooking of all the ridges around. Like, you can see down in the valley and plumb, I mean, way out through there. So I got one more place I want to go. It's out on top of a point, and I actually shot a video of it one time before when the sun was shining, and it was really pretty. So I may cut to that clip so that you can actually see why I like that part so much, but we'll check it out today and see what it looks like. It's starting to rain, so we'll see how that goes. So out here, we're on a point, and you can just see all the valleys all around you. You're not the highest point though, and if you look way off in the distance, my barn is sitting way over there on that ridge top over there. So guys, thanks for riding along with me today on the property and equipment tour. If there's any pieces of equipment or anything in the video that you've seen that you've got questions about or anything like that, feel free to comment below, ask questions about it. I'll try to answer them the best I can. If you like videos like these, click the like button. Feel free to share them with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you watching.